Most people believe debt is a tool for building wealth. For most people, it quietly does the opposite. There is a specific reason this happens. Most people never see it, and because they do not see it, they repeat the same financial pattern for decades. Debt is not just a financial decision. It is a psychological environment, and the environment people operate inside determines how they behave with money over long periods of time. This is why the way someone thinks about debt matters far more than the interest rate attached to it. Financial outcomes rarely come from one decision. They come from repeated behavior over years. The beliefs behind those behaviors determine whether money compounds or disappears. The difference between financially stable people and financially successful people often comes down to the mental rules they follow around obligations. Debt is one of the clearest examples of this difference. Most people think about debt in a very simple way. They see debt as a tool that allows them to afford things earlier. A car now, instead of later. A lifestyle upgrade now, instead of saving first. A purchase that would otherwise take years of discipline. From this perspective, debt looks efficient. If the monthly payment fits inside the budget, the decision feels reasonable. Many people even justify it with a common phrase: money today is worth more than money later. So the logic becomes simple. If something can be financed, and the payment feels manageable, the purchase is considered acceptable. This pattern feels practical because it reduces waiting. It removes the friction between desire and ownership. It allows people to match their lifestyle with their current income immediately, instead of gradually. This is the common thinking. Debt is a bridge between what someone wants and what they can currently afford. But financially successful people tend to think about debt very differently. They do not see debt primarily as a way to access things earlier. They see debt as a fixed obligation that removes freedom. The wealth-aligned belief is simple. Debt is not just leverage. Debt is pressure. And pressure changes behavior. This difference in perspective changes how decisions are made. When someone carries ongoing debt obligations, a portion of their future income is already assigned. Those payments cannot be paused easily. They cannot be renegotiated casually. They must be paid regardless of how income changes or what opportunities appear. That creates a subtle but powerful constraint. Future decisions become narrower. Career risk becomes harder. Business experimentation becomes more dangerous. Income volatility becomes more stressful. In other words, debt does not only affect cash flow, it affects optionality. Optionality is one of the most valuable financial advantages a person can have. It means having the ability to wait. It means having the ability to take risk when opportunity appears. It means being able to walk away from situations that are not aligned. Optionality requires flexibility. Debt reduces flexibility. This is the core mechanism that most people overlook. They calculate the payment, but they ignore the psychological cost of obligation. When a person operates with large fixed payments, they begin organizing their life around maintaining those payments. This encourages stability over opportunity, security over experimentation, income maintenance over income expansion. These choices feel responsible in the short term, but over time they slow wealth creation. Financially successful people understand this dynamic early. They know that obligations limit strategic thinking, so they treat debt very carefully, not because debt is always mathematically bad, but because debt creates behavioral pressure, and behavioral pressure compounds over time. When pressure increases, people protect what they have rather than pursue what could be built. That single shift in behavior quietly shapes long-term financial outcomes. The practical difference between these two mindsets becomes clear in one simple rule. Most people use debt to upgrade their lifestyle. Financially successful people avoid attaching debt to their lifestyle. This leads to a single behavioral shift. Adopt a no lifestyle debt rule. Lifestyle purchases are paid with cash or delayed. If something requires financing and does not produce income or durable assets, it is postponed. This rule does not exist to restrict spending. It exists to protect flexibility. When lifestyle is funded with cash rather than obligation, fixed monthly pressure stays low. Low pressure creates decision freedom. Freedom allows better long-term choices. Over time, this environment encourages saving, investing, and opportunity taking. The opposite environment encourages maintaining payments. This is where the idea from the beginning becomes clear. Most people think debt helps them move forward financially. But the hidden reason debt often holds people back is not interest. It is pressure. Pressure quietly reshapes behavior, and behavior repeated for years determines financial outcomes. If you're ready to stop just consuming and actually start building, the first step is in the description.